young Jedi.
Hello there.
Hey everyone, Hybrid Toy Reviews here with a really fun video. If you've been around any Instagram pages of Black Series creators over the last month or so, you've probably seen a lot of talk about Black Series Most Wanted, and today's video is all about the Black Series Most Wanted. So today, I am going to tell you my 12 most wanted Black Series figures to be made in the line, and then near the end, I'll show you how to submit them to the Black Series Most Wanted Google Doc. So this is going to be really exciting. Before we get too into it, I do want to plug and praise, compliment Blitz Transmissions. He has done 99.999999999 infinitesimal nines % of the effort in making this happen. He's come up with all of the graphics and done all of the wanted posters and has been running the social media, and the only thing that we've really done has been sharing it and trying to get the word out there. So just gotta give Blitz Transmissions insane credit. If you somehow are a fan of my content and haven't found Tommy, you need to go watch him, so I'm going to link him in the description below. But without further ado, we have 12 figures. Let's go ahead and start. No particular order. I would just like to see all 12 of these. So the first one is Pelimoto from The Mandalorian. Now, don't get me wrong. The Mandalorian absolutely gets very generous and thorough coverage when it comes to the world of Star Wars The Black Series. They really do a good job of covering a lot of the side characters. However, Pelimoto has been a recurring character for all 3 seasons, even making an appearance in the Book of Boba Fett, which is really cool. She is a fun character, and we have all of her droids in that Target exclusive multi-pack from last year. So it really begs to question, where is she? She's iconic enough in her own right at this point. I really think Pelimoto needs to be added to the Black Series. Up next, we have Luke Skywalker as he appears on crate in The Last Jedi. An iconic look. Look, Last Jedi, take it or leave it. I know a lot of fans feel that way about it. Me personally, it's my favorite movie, but, you know, it is what it is. This Luke Skywalker appearance is just iconic. After saying that facing the First Order isn't going to save the galaxy, he realizes that actually motivating the rebellion by doing so is exactly what he needs to do, and he does so in grand fashion. It's an iconic moment, it's an iconic outfit, and it's one of the largest gaping holes on the sequel shelf. It's just much needed. Hasbro, come on, get on it. It's been a number of years, let's bring Luke home. Up next, we break into the world of The Rise of Skywalker. We are really getting controversial here, but there are some important figures missing from that movie as well. Something that I think of as low-hanging fruit is a Force Ghost Luke Skywalker. It would really just be a photoreal application on the Luke Skywalker we got for The Last Jedi. Like, it really wouldn't be anything insane. It'd be in that translucent blue plastic with pearlescent paint they've done on all the other Force Ghosts. I like the Force Ghost figures. I think they've all been generally good, and they're a little bit of a novelty, but not near the novelty that, like, the Holocom and stuff is, and I just think they're fun. It's one I would really like. He needs to give Rey one last lesson before sending her off to defeat her grandfather. Up next, another Rise of Skywalker figure is we need Finn. Come on, how did we not get Finn from the movie where he really stepped up and became the Resistance General he was always meant to be? This is easily his best outfit, his best haircut. John Boyega really did some fun stuff in this movie, and just come on, like, we need Finn. Also in that vein, on spot number 5, is Poe Dameron. I mean, come on, this is iconic, rugged space exploration with an Indiana Jones twist to it. I love his outfit in this movie, and it's time we got a photoreal Oscar Isaac, Hasbro. I was so excited for the Marvel Legends Moon Knight figures. I figured I'd finally get a good head to put on any of my older Poe Damerons, and then they didn't come with head sculpts. So, come on, it's time. I need it, I need it, I need it. Up next, I really want to fill a spot on the Kenobi shelf. It's a show that I hold very near and dear to my heart, And objectively, I think the Kenobi series actually got very generous coverage. We have a lot of characters from it, all the important ones, in my opinion, except where's young Leia? We need young Leia on the Kenobi shelf. It's honestly like, give me young Leia, and then if we never touch that show again, I'm okay with it because, again, we got very generous coverage of everything important from it. I understand that she was kind of like the secret plot device for the series, but come on. Up next, I would like from the '03 Clone Wars, Anakin with his tribal mission tattoos. This is from the, second to last episode in the miniseries, where he's sent off to figure out a separatist plot, on this tribal planet, and he's covered with these blue tattoos by these slug things, and he goes off on a shirtless mission. There was a 375 figure of it back in the day that I had, and it was actually a really fun figure, and it's one of those, like, more iconic side looks of Anakin. Like, yes, cover your movie bases for sure. But, from the waist down, use those new Anakin legs from this new Anakin we got this year from the waist up. It's going to be mostly new stuff, you could use the new Anakin head sculpt, but I think it'd be really cool. Up next, some Clone Wars love. I think it's time for us to get a tactical droid. We've gotten a lot of separatist units in the last year or two. They've really covered a lot of the bases, things that I've found to be missing in that army over these years. And as far as the troopers go, I'm generally happy. But I think it'd be cool to finally get a tactical droid. And the nice thing is these guys had a different deco every time they appeared. So if they made the sculpt, they could repaint it into like 3 or 4 more iconic ones. And then if they wanted to dig a little deeper into the ones that were a little less iconic, there's still others out there. They could really milk this mold, and I would be okay with it. I really do like the design of this droid. It's really cool. Up next, Vintage Collection just got it. Where is it in the Black series? Agent Kallus from Star Wars Rebels, my favorite animated show. What an iconic character. I know it's just the troop of bad guy realizing that he's not on the right side and coming back to the right, but don't care. I need it. He's iconic for the Rebels show. Need him on my shelf. So it's going to be really, really cool when it finally happens. I generally like how the TVC figure looks. If they wanted to make the head sculpt be similar to that and blow it up. Although the one thing that I think is a possibility, the fact that we haven't seen him in the Black Series yet, I wonder if he won't be in Ahsoka Season 2, and therefore we'll have a live-action casting, and then they can go back and make a Rebels one, with that similar likeness. Maybe that's potentially what's been holding it back. You never know what those conversations between Lucasfilm and Hasbro are like. Staying on Rebels, I want the ATDP driver. We see these guys piloting ATDPs. We see these guys piloting speeders. They're basically just as prevalent as stormtroopers are in Season 1 of Rebels, and then you see them throughout the rest of the show here and there, a little less often near the end. But it is a very Ralph McQuarrie-looking helmet. It's a gray jumpsuit with some armor pieces here and there, and so it's not like the most insane Imperial design, but as far as Rebels goes, it's very iconic, and it's a figure that I would love to get. Up next, one of those figures where, again, kind of like I said with Leia in Kenobi, Solo has had a general good coverage to where there's not a lot that I feel is missing, but for whatever reason, they have decided not to do Maul as he appears in the end of the movie. And that, to me, is criminally negligent, and Hasbro needs to go to jail. No, but for real, I think it is time for this Maul. It might be sooner than later. I could potentially see this outfit appearing in the upcoming Maul Shadow Lord animated show, and maybe it is coming sooner than maybe I should be putting it on this list for, but all the same, I want it, and Solo's a fun movie. I want anything that we don't have from Solo yet, so get on it, Hasbro. And then, the ultimate number 12 spot. This is the one that, to me, is almost the most important. Ahsoka Tano in her first appearance outfit, the way she looks in the Clone Wars movie and subsequent first 3 seasons. Ahsoka has been a character that I have held near and dear to my heart since her debut. We were similar ages when it came out, and when she came out, and I kind of just latched on. She was my representation in the Star Wars universe for a number of years, and every Friday night watching Cartoon Network, watching the newest adventures, was the Star Wars that I grew up on. And for whatever reason, everyone is afraid to touch this outfit. And I get it. It's a little weird. It's a 14-year-old girl in a tube top. But that's not my problem. George Lucas was gooning, and that is what it is. But all the same, don't punish us. Don't take away the iconic thing. Don't do the slave Leia. Well, we're never going to even talk about that again. No, just make it. And the fact that SH Figuarts just showed off the prototype and they're doing it means that Lucasfilm is actually approving it. I know that we have a Clone Wars Ahsoka in her season 3 to 5 outfit, and I don't consider that a good figure to put with the Clone Wars Anakin and Obi-Wan we have, because they just don't mesh. This Ahsoka needs to go with those, and then we need a season 3 to 5 Anakin and Obi-Wan to go with the Clone Wars Ahsoka that we have on the shelf now. And then the season 7 Ahsoka goes with the Revenge of the Sith figures, because that's where they are in the timeline when they're all rocking those outfits. So the one that we have isn't doing it for me. It's objectively a good figure. It's just not a good fit. So I need this one. I need this one on my Clone Wars shelf immediately. These have been my 12 Black Series Most Wanted, and these are what I'm going to be putting on the Google Doc when it is time to submit. Alright everyone, so here we are looking at the Black Series Most Wanted Google Doc. So, there are some instructions up here at the top just telling you that each of your 12 choices need to be different from one another. You can't just write Episode 3 Obi-Wan, 12 times. It's not 12 votes for a character. It's just one suggestion of a character at one time. Each of your 12 character choices must be for a single character. Any character choices that lump in multiple characters or multiple looks must be separate. So you can't just say the Bad Batch. You need to say all 5 of them in 5 different spots. You need to mention what media it's from. For example, Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 3 versus Obi-Wan Kenobi Padawan. Creatures and large characters do count. Updates to existing characters count. And it's not for vehicles or set pieces. So you open the Google Doc. You need to be signed into your Google account. In my case, hybridwho@gmail.com. You come down, you type in your email, like so. hybridwho@gmail.com. And then there are going to be 12 of these boxes that say name a character from Star Wars you'd like to see made in the Black Series. 1 of 12, 2 of 12, 3 of 12. So number 1 is going to be, wow, if I can type better, Pelimoto. No real need to differentiate because she wears the same outfit and everything. Box number 2, Luke Skywalker. I'm going to put it in brackets. Crate to specify everything. Here we're going to do Luke Skywalker Ghost. There we go. We'll go down to spot number 4, Finn. And then we'll do Rise of Skywalker. Poe Dameron. Rise of Skywalker. Go down again. Princess Leia. Now you see, you could write Princess Leia. She's in a bunch of different movies. So it's like, this is where that reference from it being from Kenobi would really come in handy. Excuse me. Up next, Anakin Skywalker. And then in brackets, let's do 03 CW tattoos, I think. Now, you might differentiate yours in some different ways than other people might differentiate. They might say just tattoos, or 03 Clone Wars tattoos, or Clone Wars tattoos, or 03 tattoos. Behind the scenes, we will, of course, lump those together. So, you have Tactical Droid. I'm not really focusing on any of the particular decos, so I'm just going to write Tactical Droid. Below that, we're going to do Agent Callus. I'm going to put in ISB because I don't want the later Rebels look. I want just his standard Imperial look. We are going to do ATDP Driver, and then we're going to do Maul, brackets from Solo, and then Ahsoka Tano, and then in brackets CW Movie, if I can spell it correctly. So, that is all of my submissions. You scroll down, and then you just click Submit. It's going to think about it. Your response has been recorded, and that's it. Now you can click away. You don't have to worry about anything from here. Everything that you have submitted has been submitted, recorded. You're A-okay. That is how you submit your Black Series Most Wanted and have them put on the poll. Behind the scenes, we will then accumulate the data and get it put into spreadsheets and show the 12 that are the most voted for in the end. So we're really, really happy that the community has been so responsive to this, and we really hope that you go ahead and vote for your 12. The link to the Google Doc will be in the description of this video, so if you haven't yet, decide what 12 figures you want in the line most, and go submit, go vote them. It's going to be a really fun thing to do. So that's it for now. Thank you for hanging out. May the Force be with each and every single one of you, and I hope you all have a great day.